Hello everyone! So today I'm going to show you how I created this stone. So to start off this project, I have to draw out the design. So I am using a stone that I made from the Happy Dotting Company molds. You can find them on Etsy. I'll put a link down in my bio, and you can use the code Delicate Dots for a discount. So I just used a compass to mark that outside circle of where I want the design to end, and then a ruler to draw that line straight across. Now I'm just measuring to find the halfway point from that outside line to the center dot, and I'm going to do this on both sides. It took me a little bit to figure this part out because I decided to not go all the way to that outside line with my measurements because I wanted to leave enough room for my dots to fit directly on that line with these circles. So if you notice, the circle doesn't actually touch that outside line, and that's the way I wanted it to be. So it's a little bit of trial and error, but eventually I got it. And then I just went in and erased the lines I don't need with just a wet Q-tip. And I'm using a watercolor pencil to draw the lines. I find it to be the easiest to remove. And this ended up being the final design. To start off painting, I started on this outside circle because I needed this to be a perfect circle. If this part was off, it's just going to throw off the entire look of the piece. So I can make sure I get this right by doing this first. And at this last part, I just kind of look at my spacing to see how much room I get and adjust my dot size as needed. The next part, I just ended up using different size dotting tools. I'm using a punch set at the beginning of the video, and then I'm switching to nail dotting tools, and I'm just slowly making those dots smaller as I get to that outside edge. For these first dots, I ended up loading them up with a lot of extra paint, and I do this so that when they dry, they will be nice and round and have more of a texture and a bump to them. For the design, I decided to do kind of like a water and fire type design, warm and cool colors. And I always start most of my mandalas the same way with a little plus symbol and then split the difference. And this kind of gives me a symmetrical design to kind of work off of. And for the rest of this little part, I am just going to play some music for you guys. For these swipes, I decided to use a brush to just make the little swipe. Sometimes if the space was a little too tight, I switched to a little pen. With the pen, I was able to go into that space and fill it in the way I wanted to.